Hey y'all, welcome back to a brand new video. Today is going to be an update on our new home addition. If you are new here to my channel, hello, welcome. I'm Carrie Lynn, and here I share DIYs, vlogs, homemaking style content, honestly just a little bit of everything. So if you're interested, please make sure you subscribe, and then if you are interested in seeing the full new home edition build, I will have the playlist linked down below so you can check that out and you can catch up and see what all has went into this project so far. Now, the footage you are about to watch, some of it right here at the beginning is actually from a couple months ago. I have been filming but not sharing. There's been a lot of like small little things that we've worked on that weren't enough to really put into one video. So I've just kind of collected footage over the past couple months as we worked on the building, and now I'm including it all in today's video. So one of the things that we were doing here was going ahead and adding the archway. This door will lead into the laundry room, and then it'll also lead to the bigger open space, which will eventually serve as my office and like an additional living space. I actually found this archway kit at a thrift store for $7, and it was like originally $50, but this was a great, really easy way to add an archway without having to do like any crazy cuts and thinking too hard about it. You literally just install these little curved pieces, and then you can just drywall right around them. And that's exactly what we did, and it turned out so good, which you'll see later on in the video. Now, after finishing up all the framing and going through and just doing some touch-ups, there were some areas that we needed to add additional 2x4s for the drywall to attach to, and just, you know, going in, adding the bracing and things like that. Once we finished that up, it was time to move on to electrical. Now, if you didn't know, my husband is a residential electrician, and he was able to teach me how to wire our new addition. So I'm going to share with you guys that footage. It's honestly probably my favorite footage that I filmed of us working together in our building. It was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot, and I think I did a pretty darn good job for being a newbie, but yeah, it was fun. So here's that footage now.
So the basics of a rough end. Lay it out. That's what we did yesterday with all of our marks, right? So now these boxes are going to go up the way the marks are facing. The bottom of that line is going to be the bottom of this mark. See how there's tabs right there? These tabs will butt up against the 2x4 like that. That gives you your space for your drywall. Okay? So that's going to go on the bottom like that. And then you hammer it in. But before you hammer it in, it's against code to bring your wires in right in the hole next to the stud. Just in case the drywallers miss, they can get the wire. It's against code. So you have to knock out the second knockout. So stab it. And that's all she wrote. And then you just hold it up there. And usually what I do is get on the bottom line, get it level, hold it with this hand, tap it with that hand. There's my hammer. I just brought it in here. You see the big S? Big S's?
There's 3 there, so that's going to be a 3 box. That's the 3-gang box!
Exactly.
Got it.
And then we can probably, no, because we're not catching that. So yeah, just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Knock those 4 out. The switches are a little, okay, the switches, these are a little different. They're not like those. What you do is, well, that one and that one crack completely out, but usually with the switches you take it and then go like that, and then usually it sticks like that. But I always take these and rip that out. But usually you can't rip that one. That one just came off. So
The same thing. So just line. So you got it the bottom line, or like the line, this part, or the bottom?
The bottom of the box with that line. Now this one's probably gonna be a little harder to get in because you ain't got much room to hit them nails.
I put my finger between there. That sucks.
here to here, and from here down below.
Did you already cut that off or no?
No, no, you don't cut it.
So
You're going to start here.
up.
Nope,
Oh.
start here, go up the hole, and then go down that one.
Do I go through the box or
You're
no
going to need
box?
to, no, do not go through the box.
This is harder than it looks. Ah! I need gloves. Yeah, how do you pull it? Ah! Flip off the ladder.
Before you move your ladder, you want to make sure once you get up that hole that you push
Push it.
plenty of slack. Yeah. Just make sure we don't pull in here.
So remember this part. This part, you take it, and you make sure you have enough like that. Okay.
And the easiest thing to do is to take it, now that we got our boxes there, is take it behind the box and then leave roughly 6 to 8 inches.
Okay. Like pull the wire through?
Yeah, yeah, pull your
Okay.
next one. Yeah. There you go. You're gonna go to the bottom one, back to that one.
All the way up there and around?
I know! Holy crap!
That's definitely not enough wire. I need a whole box. Now I go through this plug or?
No. Just
No.
start at your top one, and to be honest with you, if you want, you don't even have to go through that hole. Just go through the nearest stud. So like, take this wire.
So it's much easier than push, like kind
Yes.
of, okay, yeah. That's,
Push it all the way. Make it fall somewhere right there. Over.
I thought you said to get a lot of slack.
Well, I mean, you're not going to be able to because your wire's going to be bunched up right there. You went over the truss, so you'll be able to pull it.
I should do it. Then I need a staple, sir.
Staples are very sharp.
I don't want to staple it. I need a staple it.
Oh, here, you're doing the whole
I
shebang.
know what, I have my nails on though. Just like that.
Just make sure that
Is it just
both
need to go
wires
all
are
the
in
way
the middle.
further back?
Nope, it just needs to be in the middle of the truss. You just want it snug.
Oh.
That's fine. You want to be able to move the wires. If the wires can't move, you got it too tight.
Oh my god, you can easily accidentally get yourself to this.
Surprisingly, you're doing it better than half that we have to freaking trim.
Ah! I don't know what you
But it's-
knocked out the wrong
It's
thing.
because you're tool friendly though. You're
You're
going
not-
to the bottom one. Don't worry about what I did. You're going to the bottom one.
Because I'm tool friendly?
Yeah, like you worked with power tools before. Some of these guys come in and they ain't even used a damn drill before.
No, I don't see how that has anything to do with pulling wire.
Well, like drilling holes, mounting boxes. They've never held a hammer. They can't mount a box.
That's done.
So now where are you going?
Well, now I gotta come down here to the next one.
Yep.
Go up, back down to this hole.
Yep. Down to the same one. And then we use this.
It's easier to go up and then come back.
Yeah. I'm doing that. And I'll pull your slack down. Which is caught on something.
Stop right there. Stop because I gotta go through that hole. care about where the wires go on the roof?
Those have to be stable every 4 feet.
I think my downfall in electrical would be the height.
Height?
Yeah. Like working with your arms up while you're standing on something elevated is not my strong suit. Oh, watch out, watch out. Watch it. Not supposed to get that through that hole too? Okay, is there a trick to getting it to go through?
That bitch was done.
It's a little longer than it should have been, but it's fine. Could be worse.
They're a little long and too short.
That's true. After that little bit of footage, my husband did finish off the rest of the building. Just to be real, I kind of got a little wore out. It's a lot more difficult than you think. Like when you're watching someone else do it, it doesn't seem like it's that hard. But when you're pulling the wires through the, I don't know, the rafters and through the little tiny holes that you drill, it's an arm workout. And then of course, like my hands are not really that tough because I'm not used to working with my hands like that. So I was getting little scratches and scrapes. I'm like, how do you do this? And now I totally understand why he comes home with like beat up hands. It just makes me have a whole new appreciation for my husband and the hard work he does. But now moving on to drywall. If you probably already saw the video where I had a sponsorship with Sinville, which was the mini split system that we got. We actually had to hang drywall in order to get the mini split up for that sponsorship. So this was the footage of us actually hanging the drywall, and this is when we realized that this was not a job for us. We can do many things, okay? And here's the thing, it's not that we can't do it. It's more so one of those, you have to know what you're doing and do a good job when it comes to drywall, or it will show in the long run. And after trying to hang the drywall and get it right and get the seams correct, it was just way more difficult than what we expected, and we want the building to look really nice. I definitely did not want it to look like a DIYer's job. I wanted it to look, professional and finished correctly and have smooth walls, not bumpy, lumpy walls even in our house. Like whenever they redid our house before we bought it, our walls are all jacked up, and I just did not want that for out here, especially when we're spending this type of money and this much time and effort on this, space. We want it to look as beautiful as possible. So we ended up hiring it out, and to cover the cost of hiring the drywall out, we ended up having to make a design change. And that design change was a pretty big change and a compromise, but I think it's all gonna be worth it in the end. So basically, I wanted to have wood plank ceiling. It was something I was willing to splurge on to get the look that I wanted. This is ultimately going to be my office where I spend a lot of my time, and I want that perfect look, that I had envisioned, but it's expensive. And in order to hire out the drywall, we had to make some compromises, so the wood ceiling had to go. So we decided to do the drywall ceiling instead. It saved us hundreds and hundreds of dollars doing that, and then we decided just to go with a beam down the center instead. So we're still going to get that that look that I want, the wood look, but just in a way smaller scale. And this may have actually saved us in the long run, because I feel like adding the drywall to the ceiling really brightened up the space. Wait till you see it painted. Y'all will not believe how huge this space feels when all the drywall is up and all the paint is done. It's insane, because I feel like when I look at it right here, it just looks kind of closed in and small, and it is actually massive now that it's all done. So anyway, I'm going to share the footage of us hanging the drywall, me attempting to tape and mud it, and then we're going to jump to the good stuff. You get to see how it looks with drywall up, textured and painted. We're going to get into painting too. So yeah, lots of good stuff to come. At this point, I tried my best to mud and tape this wall. I got it done as best as I could. I painted it, and then we had our mini split installed, and I did share a full video on the mini split that we got. If you guys are interested, we love it. It's really, really great. Highly recommend. So I'll have that video down below. Then, this was day one of the drywall guys being here. The first day, the guy did come with a helper, and they were able to get all of the ceiling done, the main wall, actually the entire building drywalled, but this was just within a couple hours. I was trying to just get like little video clips as he worked on it without filming them, and I came out here, took this video, and then the next time I came out, this is what it ended up looking like. All of it was done. Well, except for the two pieces in the laundry room. We just ran out of drywall, so we had to grab one extra sheet to finish off that space. But huge progress was made on the first day. Then 2 days later, he came back to start mudding, and mudding and the texture and all that was what took the longest, just because it's a very tedious job, as you can imagine. But he did a great job, and this is how it looked when it was fully mudded and textured. Now, you will notice there are some areas that were not finished with drywall. That was on purpose, like the beam going down the center. There was no point in doing that because we are going to add a wood beam. And then around the windows and doors, we did not have him trim that, or not trim it. We didn't have him drywall it because we plan on trimming it out ourselves with decorative trim. So there was no point in doing drywall. So yeah, that is how it looked. And now it's time to paint. Paint, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is like the best part, because this is like where it really starts to look good. I'm about to find out. Yeah, that's good. I think it's pretty. What do you think?
Old alabaster. Is this old base? No.
No, absolutely not.
The old alabaster.
That stays in there. Oh. Okay.
Stuff from my Mona Lisa.
Oh, I love the color. Okay, that's good. It's good. Sorry.
I want to dump that out real quick.
Okay. Here goes nothing.
Where's Mona?
We're gonna have to be on opposite sides because I don't want
Well, I figure for now we'll just kind of both work on this wall.
Okay.
And then when you switch to it, I'll start doing the seal. Now, I'm not a great painter.
Just do the best.
So let's just see what this looks like before I continue.
What do you mean? No, you're going to continue regardless.
I might get some lessons.
You got it? The color I chose is called Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams. The reason I chose this color was because it's white, but it's a warm white. I feel like in certain lighting, it looks like a little bit of a light beige, like a very, very light beige. It definitely looks white, but it has those warm undertones where it's not like that bright, stark white that you would typically see in like new builds, or even like if you look at how the mudding looks. You can see the difference between this white and the mud white. I just really like more of a warmer white color. I think it just feels a little bit more cozy and warm, but yet still has that bright, light. Oh my gosh, my dog, he's snoring all the way across the house and I can hear him. But anyway, so the color, well, like I said, was Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams, and the number is 7008. So very easy to remember, and I feel like this is the perfect white color for the space.
You set the fire and tone to your promised land. You've got a whole religion in the palm of your hand. It's like the whole world turned its back on us, and now you can't tell if it's heaven or hell. It's like knowing all the answers. Oh, you're sorry, but you never can tell.
All the lovers, we were diving far too deep. Different colors that we had to pull to sleep. All the lovers, hope that we could break the spell. All the lovers, we went down the wishing well. All the lovers, we were diving far too deep. Different colors that we had to pull to sleep.
Well, hello. You better get out of here. I'm gonna get paint on your butt. She just walked through. She did. She just wanted to take a shortcut, I guess.
We went down the wishing well.
I got you buried deep,
In the back of my head,
'cause you got all the answers.
on the tip of my tongue,
You got a whole religion.
in the palm of my hand.
If you want it bad,
Better listen now. All the lovers, we were diving far too deep. Different colors that we had to pull to sleep. All the lovers, hope that we can break the spell. All the lovers, we went down the wishing well. All the lovers, we were diving far too deep.
Almost done with paint at this point. We just had the rest of this building to finish, and Dylan and I just took breaks in between. Like sometimes he would take a break and then I would be painting, and then I would take a break and he would start painting, and then we worked together. We just did whatever we could to get it done. And we also rotated back and forth between the bigger roller. The big roller is amazing for covering larger surfaces fast, but it is heavy, and I do feel like it's a little bit more tiring using this large roller. I'll link it below, the tool that I got and the handle and everything if you guys are interested. It is a great roller, but just know it is heavy. And so, like I said, sometimes I would use it and then Dylan would take over. And he was nominated to paint the entire ceiling because the ceiling painting is the hardest, and he's way stronger than me. So I'm like, obviously it just makes sense. And then the trade-off was I did all the trim work. So I trimmed the entire building, and then he did the ceiling. So I think it was a pretty fair trade in my opinion. Trim work is so tedious and it takes forever. Like I had to get up and down off the ladder to, reach everything. But we got it knocked out, and we worked so hard, and then we were rewarded with a great dinner. My mom actually called while we were working, and she was like, hey, do you want me to keep the kids? So I'm like, oh, yes, that'd be great. So she watched the kids, and Dylan and I had a date night, and we also finished up Christmas shopping. So that was wonderful. And how about we went, we were trying to figure out where to go to dinner. We always struggle choosing where to go to dinner. Like, that's just always a thing. But none of the restaurants sounded good. I didn't want to go to Longhorn because that's where we tend to eat most of the time. And I'm trying to branch out and try new things. But y'all know for my birthday, we went to Red Lobster, and it was a complete fail and way too expensive. So Red Lobster was out of the question. So it was either Olive Garden or Miller's Ale House, I think is what it's called. And we were driving past Olive Garden. I was like, oh, there's Olive Garden. I was like, but it don't really sound that great. Dylan's like, ooh, that sounds good. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, well, why don't we try Miller's where it has like a variety? So we go to Miller's, pull in, takes forever to park because Dylan's truck's huge and there's no parking spots. And get in there. It's a 30-minute wait. We grab the menu to start looking. And the only thing on the menu that sounded good was pasta. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to eat pasta, I'd rather have Olive Garden. So I kind of look at him and I'm like, it's the only thing we want is pasta. That's kind of silly. We could have just ate at Olive Garden. He's like, do you want to go to Olive Garden? I'm like, yeah, I guess. So we load back up in the truck, go back to Olive Garden that we had already passed, get in there, and we ended up having dinner at Olive Garden. It was nice, but first of all, they had it like an ice cube in there. It was unusually cold, and I'm a hot-natured girl, okay? I get hot very easily. I was shivering. At one point, like, my teeth were chattering. It was that cold in, like, the little bar area, because that's where they ended up sitting us. We were, like, in a booth, but in the bar section. And we had a really nice waiter. He was really, really kind. Service was slow. We sat down and waited for like 10, 15 minutes before he even came to give us our drinks or ask us our drinks. And then the woman that worked the bar, poor thing, was crying on and off the whole time. It was just really distracting. I mean, we had a great date. Don't get me wrong. Like, we went to dinner and went shopping for the kids and stuff, but just dinner lately, anytime we go out, it's been an experience for sure. But the poor girl was crying because she kept getting like Charlie horses in her legs, and the only reason why I knew that is because she kept saying it loud so everyone could hear. And then she would just start crying. It was really sad, and I couldn't help but like focus on her. And yeah, dinner was great though. Olive Garden is always good. Their food is always bomb. I mean, service might be slow, but their food is always going to taste good. We're not going to want to do any loading into the dump trailers more. I'm curious to see how it feels in here once it's like painted and we turn on the AC unit.
Oh, it's gonna be cold as shit.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna have to run that very. It's not gonna run that much.
Well, it has a thermostat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once it gets on the low, it probably ain't gonna kick on too damn often.
What are you doing?
Knocks it off the wall. Come here.
Good job, I think. Don't you move it in there? This one house. So that is the latest update on the new addition. We are so excited now to move on to finishing and devising the rest of the building, putting the lights in, flooring, baseboards, trim, all that will be to come. And actually in my next vlog, we are going flooring shopping together. Yes, that's right. I'm bringing you with me. We're going to go pick out flooring together. I'm going to share that whole process. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get flooring going in this coming up weekend. So before Christmas, flooring should be in. So Merry Christmas to us. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe we're at this point. Finally, it truly felt like for a little bit there, I'm not even going to lie to you, I thought, was this a mistake? Did we mess up with this project? But now that it's getting closer to being done, all the hard work and all the stress and all the drama leading up to this point was totally worth it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, y'all.